I woke up in a dirty metal dome and 40 little gray aliens watched me pee in a steel bowl. When they took the bowl, walked out.
22-minute podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't want to take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines and stuff.
Hey, welcome to the 22-minute podcast. My name is Wes Sievertson. Today is Monday, January 6th, 2025. Here we are. I just turned myself up a little bit there, so if I sounded quiet and I sound louder now you know why.
Hey, what's that? Who's there?
But no, this is probably more of an appropriate volume. So here we are. Welcome, January 6th. Ooh, doesn't that have a ring to it? Doesn't that sound... Man, someone should really market that. Jan 6th. Just really...
Someone should really market this.
Doesn't it just...
Wow.
It stands out for some reason.
Oh my! I can't.
Why is that?
I think it's because it's National Cuddle Up Day. That
Oh,
I think that's
you're
why
right.
that checks out.
Because every year I hear all about National Cuddle Up Day.
For at least the last 4 years, I've heard about it for sure.
Right, exactly. I wonder what we'll hear about. Well, so what? What's the? Is it also Inauguration Day? Or what is today? I don't. You know what was the? I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I just vote. They make it easy for you guys.
Mhm,
They say you either vote for this or that, right? And so I just vote for that.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I kind of don't worry about it, and maybe that's what's wrong with our system. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So yeah, was it Inauguration Day? Is that what it was?
Maybe.
Whatever.
I'm trying to look it up now, but it just
But is that today for old Donnie Trump?
old DJT.
Man, I really need to get into. We got to make money off these people. Like we got to figure out ways to make money off these people.
Mm.
Like I know that. So you work at a distribution. What would you call it? Distribution.
I work for a distribution company, yeah, but in the manufacturing side.
Right. So, but it's much larger now
Oh, for sure.
than it was when you started.
Yes.
Say when you started. Not that it was possible, but it could. It was at least like probably like a passing thing to have fun thinking about. Where it's like, well, what if I did come up with like a right wing beverage?
Ooh, well, it's funny because I think there is a company
Well, there's got to be.
that we do private label
Oh.
for. That is very and it's very much so marketed towards
Yeah.
the
Dude,
patriotism.
it's all about
it's
identity.
Patriot Coffee is what it is. But I'm sure
Uh-huh.
I don't know if like maybe his sales might have increased after.
I bet
or
they're
around
steady.
That time.
I'm just saying that they're probably steady.
sure.
I mean, you would probably have some idea of that based on orders.
I'll tell you what. I'm sure we would rather not have to do. If we could let them go.
I mean, just because, like, yeah, it'd be
yeah.
better not to. But I'm just saying, if you
Well, not for that reason, but just because like the amount of work it takes to just
Oh.
do this. Like, actually, I think we are in the market of letting customers go so we can focus on other larger customers.
that probably, I don't know, that probably seems like the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Especially whenever, I don't know, y'all probably ship all over the country and that kind of thing.
Mhm,
It's not
we
like
do.
it's all local, so it's these small accounts that you can service on a day-to-day basis
Right.
kind of thing. It's it takes a lot more logistics and blah, blah, blah. Anywho, I was more of just getting to, like, if you can make money off of these guys, I mean, I guess that's
100%.
like,
yeah,
that's really American, I'll tell you what.
that's right.
Tell you what.
Buy one of them pillows.
Right, well, that guy, the Mike something.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Lindell, that's his name.
Or
yeah.
even just like seriously, like I've tried to look into this. I think I've shown that I'm too dumb and to truly have to purchase a 3D printer and know how to properly take care of it and like
sure.
So that's so again that's why I haven't really gotten to it. But I think that there is like if you can dedicate a space in your house, a room, to make like a clean space, whatever,
Dude.
and all you have to do is market. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be running constantly. It's more of what could I sell and little knickknacks and figurines or whatever. Maybe
I saw a
they're
Reddit article where some guy was like, I've made $300,000 3D printing something in my garage in the
dude,
last 3 years.
I had this idea 10 years ago. I
Yeah.
hate myself so much. Why can't I just well, because I don't have any money to do any of it.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
It does take a little bit of capital.
And I'm sure that guy was already in a reasonably fiscally responsible place where I've never.
Like, hey, I spent too much money on a 3D printer. What can I do? Oh, well, now I just because it takes forever to 3D print stuff, right? So
Well,
it's
I
just
told
like,
you
okay,
I
want this and yada yada yada. Ship it out.
Right. Like it's a special order type thing. No,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. And yeah, whether that is like anime stuff or what, I don't know. Like little, like because obviously you can get vivid colors,
Yeah,
and so
yeah,
I can do a little Pikachu or something. Like you just have to work with what you can do. And so yeah, like you go into the world of like, okay, well, who likes figurines or who likes, I don't know. Obviously I haven't done the research of what else these 3D printers could be used to. Like I don't know. Could I sell some sort of Donald Trump figurine to people?
Oh my God, keychains.
Yeah, 3D print a keychain. Is that the way it works? I guess. Yeah, because I mean,
It could be anything. Yeah.
because you could just 3D print something that then could be fastened to a metal piece that costs you 10 cents or whatever. Dude, I would love to do stuff like that. I really would. But yeah, like how do you take the time of, I mean, one, you have to invest the money. I mean, this is any business. This is opening any business. How do you have the time to take the money and the time to do all that? That's really what it comes down to. Who finds himself in that situation? There's so many like little, like my parents live in, Rockwall, Texas, which is like not super affluent, but it's certainly not, a cheap suburb or whatever.
Right.
But it's not, I don't know, it's not Highland Park or whatever.
Right.
You do got to live. It's actually probably relatively cheap considering you got to live like 40 minutes out of the city or something
Right,
like
outside
that.
of Dallas.
Like anybody who lives in any other city, I'm pretty sure you can still get a house in Rockwall for like $400,000.
Sure.
Which isn't cheap, of course, but so many cities.
But a nice house around
Right.
a
Oh my
giant
gosh.
lake. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Because I was actually shocked because I went to look it up and I was like, this has to be like $1 million house at this point or whatever. My parents' house.
Oh, like where they live? Yeah.
No, it's like five something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it wasn't anywhere near $1 million.
No, sure.
And anyway, but all these little shops around like the square in Rockwall or whatever, and they're like little knick-knack places or like these little like boutique places. I just am convinced that rent is paid for by an individual and not by revenue.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'm sure an accountant.
I mean, obviously
is
it makes
involved.
sense to me, but I never thought about like Rockwall having like a town square.
Yeah, it actually does still have like one of those little town squares, for sure. And it has a courthouse in the middle. That's actually where I went and like registered the vehicle in my name. But then it's also surrounded by restaurants, and I'm sure the restaurants do fine. I think they make plenty of money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it is like the little knick-knack places where I'm convinced that's
There's
just
no way they make enough money to support the
That's-
rent.
that's like a retired woman or something who opened a business, or a husband and a wife who opened a business in retirement or something.
Oh,
you know
sure.
what I mean?
Like they might actually own the building, and then it's just like, okay.
or it's just like, hey, we have the income to pay for the rent here, and we love doing this, and we don't want to sit in our
sure.
house all day. Like,
No,
I'm not
sure,
judging
sure.
it. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying,
no, right.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
don't
yeah,
believe
yeah.
they're making the money.
Right.
I mean, good for them. Like, that's an interesting way to kind of make yourself a fixture of the town.
No, for sure.
For
for sure.
and be a part of things.
Yeah.
And not miss out.
Yeah.
And I guess whenever you're retired, that's like probably numero uno priority.
Numero uno.
Numero uno. Okay, sorry. Let's get to whatever today is. Like we said, it's National Cuddle Day.
It's National Cuddle Day. It's Monday. You guys, you survived the weekend. Congratulations.
Yeah, what'd you do?
This weekend, actually, it was a pretty busy weekend. So I don't know if you did, but like I went and saw 7 in IMAX.
I skipped it.
Okay, so you brought it up, and I was like, oh, fuck, I didn't even realize that was a thing. But I wouldn't watch it because I haven't watched that movie in a while. And it was great to see it in IMAX.
I bet it was, yeah.
No, it was. And then we went and so for Christmas, we gave Megan's folks, like, hey, if there's a voucher to go out, we'll take you out to dinner, wherever you want to go. So we went to, actually the same place we went to after we went to that amusement park, the sushi joint.
Oh, okay.
So we took them out there Saturday night. It was nice. It was fun. We have to go take a bunch of pictures of our place. Like just hey, instead of someone coming in and inspecting the place,
gotcha.
you can do a self-inspection.
Cool.
And upload a bunch of photographs. So we cleaned up, took all the photographs.
Yeah.
Went grocery shopping. I got to do laundry still. I mean, it's typical
Yeah.
weekend biz. It was good. It was a fine weekend.
Cool. Man. Yeah, that's so much. I mean,
Like saying it sounds like a lot.
well, I think,
Oh, I also worked for a few hours Saturday morning too.
yeah. No, I think that, it sounds like a lot to me because I'm only responsible for myself and
Sure.
definitely don't have those tangential just responsibilities to like relationships to not in-laws but kind of in-laws
Oh,
or
sure,
whatever,
sure,
you know.
sure.
Which there's nothing wrong with those. I'm just I think it would take me a while to get used to it.
Sure,
if that's
sure.
the level of interaction I had to have. It's on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Even to the point where you're saying like I still got to do laundry. It's like, bro, I'll do laundry when I want.
Yeah.
But no, you got a lot of shit. You got a lot of shit. It's funny. I've heard the kind of the sentiment expressed from other dudes in your situation, perhaps even more serious of situations.
Sure.
Just because there's like a marriage involved.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. To where they go from dudes who perhaps we're partying on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever, to be like, no, I need to wake up at 4 a.m. so no one talks to me for an hour. like I just need an hour.
It's so funny because I will wake up at 5 a.m. regardless of what time I go to sleep, regardless if it's the work week.
Yeah.
It's just that's part of my routine. So this morning, the first thing I saw, you sent me a text last night. I think you sent it to me at 9:30. You said, "Sup." I was already fucking asleep.
Hey,
And I woke up and I was
happens.
like, I looked at it at 5 o'clock this morning. No, I'm not going to respond right now. I don't want to wake Wes up. I'll go and respond in a couple more hours. I think it was 7:30. And I was like, hey, I'm finally rolling out of bed. I've been awake for a while now.
Yeah. No, I mean, I stayed up late just because I did go to a late movie. Instead of going to 7, I went to, I guess it was my weekend because I didn't do much. Well, I wrote an outline for a pilot idea.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I'm excited to read that.
yeah, it's just a very rough outline without anything there. Without, you could read it and not know what tone.
No, sure,
it has.
sure.
You could assume the tone based on some of the action, but that, I don't think that would be correct.
Okay.
Just because it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be ridiculous at certain points, but funny and then dark at whatever.
Yeah.
Anywho, so I did that. But yeah, so I kind of got wrapped up in that, and that's why I, whenever 4 o'clock was coming around, I was like, well, I don't want to go right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to see 7. That's fine. But there's still 2 movies. There's one other movie now. But I was like, I can still see A Complete Unknown, and I'm pretty sure no one will be there, and that'll be cool too.
Yeah.
So that's what I ended up doing. I saw that, but then I came back, and I really just wanted to watch another movie. So I ended up going to bed at 4 or something.
What'd you watch when you came back?
Oh, Neighbors 2. Nothing. I wanted to watch Tusk.
Oh yeah.
But-
I've seen that once.
Yeah, same.
And it was different, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
And you know what? I will say, in hindsight of all of Kevin Smith's movies now,
Yeah.
most of them I really don't enjoy.
Yeah, no, sure.
I
mean, Dogma is
love Dogma.
Is
Love Dogma.
I think
Probably
Dogma,
my favorite.
Mallrats, those
Mallrats is great.
two, are the only ones where I'm like, yeah, I can watch these. And
Jay and Silent Bob.
Strikes Back, I think, was okay, but it's a timepiece for sure.
Oh, it's so dumb. It's
Like-
it's so stupid. Yeah, I love it. I love just how stupid. Yeah, you're right. It's
but when Jason Smith started getting into the horror
Kevin-
sort
yeah.
of, yes. When he
Jason
started,
Lee was in Dogma.
oh, there you go. But when he started rolling into that style
Red
of
State.
movie, was not great.
Well,
I don't. Well, I've seen it once. I mean,
you're skipping over Cop Out.
oh, you know what? No, you're right. I am, and I love Bruce Willis.
Movie's
And-
so bad.
Yeah, but
I watched
love
that
Tracy
movie-
Morgan. Anything with Tracy Morgan,
Well-
I'm a fan of.
I'm scared of watching it again because when I watched it the first time, I was all by myself and I was very high, and I was
Yeah.
like, "This movie's great."
That's how I remember watching it, and just being, yeah, that's exactly what it was.
But here's the thing: the only time I ever watched Paul Blart Mall Cop,
Oh, I've never watched it, but go
well, the
ahead.
only time I ever watched it,
You were high and you liked it.
I had smoked a lean blunt,
Ooh.
so I was you shouldn't trust my opinion on anything.
Yeah. No,
but I really enjoyed it.
That's so good.
Really enjoyed
it. I wish everyone could see how wide your eyes got then. I really enjoyed it. Oh my God, it's great.
I did. Okay, whatever. All right, turning 43 today, Eddie Redmayne.
That's right.
That's a Newt
Scamander,
but also guy from Les Mis. Also Stephen Hawking.
Theory of Everything. Oh, he's in the new. Did you ever see like the 1997 Bruce Willis movie, The Jackal?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's in like a television series.
It's weird where it's like that. It's just a spy show.
Yeah,
like you didn't have to, but you had the IP. You had the IP, and you were like, hey, you got a spy show coming up.
No, but did you see The Jackal?
Call
the
it
movie?
The Jackal. No.
Okay, but Jack Black is in that movie.
Oh, okay.
And then he gets like blown the fuck up.
Well, now I got to watch it.
By some intense gun that he builds for Bruce Willis.
Right there, we just. You have your budget.
Yeah,
you have your budget.
Here it is.
Go make the movie.
Here it is, right here.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that now. Dang.
But fucking, what is his name now? I can't. Jesus, I'm getting sidetracked. Who was in the Mothman Prophecies and Runaway Bride?
Hamster in his ass. Richard
Gere like plays like some Irish or like plays a man with like an Irish accent.
Yeah, he does. Kind of like this, huh?
And it's not very good.
No, well, I can't do a good one either. That's why I did it, because I
potatoes.
And
I'm not talking about women's breasts.
Right. Excuse me.
Just to clarify.
So mark around 16 minutes. If you're listening to this with Scout, we do bring up potatoes. We do bring up
potatoes.
Yeah. All right. Turning 70, Mr. Bean.
That's right.
Rowan Atkinson. I love Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah.
I mean, he was hilarious, and maybe we should have played a little bit of him from Rat Race.
Yes. Did I win?
I'm going to win.
So good. Actually, that was like my first experience with Rowan Atkinson. Was
good.
Like going to the theaters with like my parents. Like they took us to the movies.
Rat Race.
And we saw Rat Race, and it was like, what a great movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
Fucking Smash Mouth. You know.
So you know it's a remake of it's a Mad World. Yeah.
And my dad loved that movie, and I think that's why we went and saw it.
Sick. Yeah, I mean, it's just such a great.
It's under a big W.
It's just like the movie. Those movies feel so much fun. Like yeah. John Lovitz,
100%.
Jeez. What's his name from Road Trip? He's funny in it. I mean, he just plays the like straight man. And then the guy from Grind and his tongue. His tongue's.
Yeah, he sent away for a kit. Seth Green, his brother.
I forgot it was Seth Green.
Well, but that was the line though. It's like, he pierced his own tongue. Yeah, he sent away for a kit.
I need to rewatch that too. But no, I also just, if you had basic cable, I guess.
Yeah.
Channel 13 locally, at least in Terrell, Texas.
True.
Was PBS, and so I watched a lot of Mr. Bean.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was on PBS.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, like 95, 96. I don't know, somewhere in the late 90s.
Okay, yeah.
And I watched a lot of Mr. Bean.
That's awesome.
And I loved it. So funny. Yeah. Like, I guess it's like a different generation getting like its version of Charlie Chaplin. Where like that feels like classic physical comedy to me, and probably makes up a lot of my sensibilities that I don't even realize.
Sure.
So yeah, I love Rowan Atkinson. I never saw like Black Adder or something like that, because he did I think he did a sketch show.
Okay.
I might be thinking of it. It's separate from the Hugh Laurie one or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I think it was called Black Adder. But I don't know anything more about it, so I never saw it. But that's actually him with speaking lines and that kind of thing. Turning 57, the director of Boys in the Hood, John Singletary. Yeah, he's directed something else that I didn't look at. I mean, Boys in the Hood alone is just such a classic.
Yeah,
it's crazy that you get Ice Cube, who obviously like him and Snoop Dogg, like, and I'm sure a handful of others that I'm not completely aware of their history or whatever. Where it's like is 50 Cent that much of a kind of a household name? You know what I mean? Like to where he's just selling products.
Yeah,
he's been shot. He was a drug dealer.
Yeah,
like would
vitamin water. I think he had a big part of it. Yeah.
He put drugs in vitamin water.
Oh yeah, he did. They're so good.
Like really, like if Tupac and probably definitely Tupac, because he was more of a poser. Like if you really look
No,
into
sure. Well, I mean, his upbringing and like the history behind him, and 100%.
Yeah, he went to Juilliard and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And then he was like a dancer for the guy with the fake nose. I don't remember.
He dated what's her name? Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, you know, still a poet and whatever. It's not like you're not.
No, sure.
But
sure.
it's like the Basquiat thing. Like if Jean Paul, I don't know. He made himself homeless. He chose to walk outside. You know, and you know, so I don't know. There's choices there. It's still choosing to pursue that. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just more saying, like, would the Notorious B.I.G. be selling vitamin water? You know, if he was still alive?
Right? No. I don't think so.
Well, would you have said that about Snoop, who, you know, murder was the case that they gave him? Snoop-a-loop, yeah, with his friend with his purple hat.
No, it's okay. Bring your hat.
Anyway, but at the time, yeah, Ice Cube, still kind of like an active or more recently active gangsta.
Yeah.
Or at least in that environment. And
I mean, at that time, this was, I think, 94-ish is when Boys in the Hood came out. And at that time, I think, after the success of that, he was writing the script for Friday.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's a hilarious movie. And I love Chris Tucker.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, he's on the Epstein flight log, okay? I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of people on the flight log.
Wait, who's on the...
Chris Tucker.
Oh...
I think I don't know enough. I really don't know enough. Because that's the thing is, like, a lot of people are on those flight logs. What do you look at? Like, is it all of them? I don't know. If you told me it was all of them, I'm not going to argue with you. I really kind of don't care. I'm not trying to like argue for anybody. But like, yeah, like how many of these people like were because he was just this billionaire that like, yeah, you can use my plane. And that's a way of blackmailing people.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Like you were on the plane. Guess what? You were on the plane the day after so-and-so took the plane to my fucking island.
Right.
So it's I don't know. I'm not smart enough, and obviously there's not enough facts. Hey, but guess what? We got like 10 seconds.
Okay, well, happy birthday, Kate McKinnon. Turned 41 today.
Oh, yeah. That's why we